from a bearable, terrible, my bearable, emo, so casa, you many na baby. So my wedding, me how berenina, Nasone, me how sing down. A home very too from a bearable, terrible, my bearable, emo, so casa, no many na baby.
Casa, niña, mi casa. Casa, casa, ya casa. Casa, manya, manya, di mamio. Ya casa, oh casa, ne manya, di manya. Oh casa, ne manya, be kum. Ja shame mo bro. Me mama ni so hwe huma etu ya. Awurade wo na me hwe wo. Humini me mai mo bo. Wona wo kasa ehumu na etu o petu no breso no. E ma ye kum. Meja kasa. Meja kasa. Mi how Yesu, mama ni Yesu, ediwa. Humi mobo, ma ensi mi ye. Papa se ube moi, papa se uba brabo i moi. Mi how nina, rintina mi subio. Mi ha Yesu, amani Yesu, ajiwa. Humi mobo, ma ensi mi ye. Eja se ube moi, daddy se uba brabo i moi. Me au nina, bekwe ye. Papa se ube moi, eja se uba brabo i moi. Me aunina, rintina me subio. Casa niña me casa, 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 eja casa.
Abraham asifono bakunimi papa uchinchi binum swa kaimi eja anyone hitami humi mopo miya mopo eja Abraham asifono ebinimi awurate uchinchi binum swa misheho eja birasotiri boy nawuda suya nyamidia mawunsasu masrochi edi birasotiri boy nawuda suya nyamidia mawunsasu maminya indasu obeti wedia ajisajuma semya yeye sasu neshe udi ani munyam
I sing a grace.
Stony na sorry to no na se o si abotare chawanima umane dinkuni uchini fina uchimu naso memera oye tepia na mantumia chaya choya frewa manecho na mano anka bonibi mi are cho mi here cho papa ejuma sem nunko ye kasa na ye munya unsantrana ya rohi kasa makuma tomeye
Columbus, Ghana, Seventh-day Adventist Church. Ne enyumrei yen Stewardship Week ana oresufo ho adusua a yeyi na otwe siwe nyina ena yedru so a ye ba be frasie. Ba bia obia no se de yede eto ye platform no so ewo ye Facebook ene ba bia no. Frewunu bi wadamfo bi ana busuani bi no baby say wo Ghana na wo America na Australia we are see baby mama yenyina yenye krado na yemra na yendedicate ana yenyi donhwere baako ensio bra onyankopon enam na po so eba bekasa kire ansana yebema okasafo no kwan na yato the theme song no adi nanim no bia wo bia no pacho uma yemo mpae asafu yehoa yeda wasi eyiwaye waye adom na onam odom no homo bros so ehirayen bra o yo ye no wa ma sebio akwadworo asetena amayemu nemo ode eniema ahye yensa udo ye nti no wamfa nhye abofo nsa nemo yen na ode amaye se yenye so ahwesofo ne enwumre yeda wase wakoa onam so eba be kirekire yen maye adwene ene akoma a ebetimi de atensem yase nafa ohun konkon so eka wakoa ho nafa nemu ekirekire shira obe biara wode na eba Zoom, Facebook ene YouTube na emuno yehu yehoa ukesiye ene onimonyam eda wase eyiwaye so wetin wo Yesu din munti amen. Ebusanfo said ye yabo ehonda ro na enwumre nso no yɛda yɛsɔfoɔ Dr. ana obinfoɔ Pastor David Ameyaw ya enne Awurade asan de na ama yɛ na wɔtwe nyinaa mu no yɛmana akɔ aba yɛmamu nyinaa so akɔ aba ansa na ɔsɔfoɔ ɛbɛkasa no wɔtwe moma yɛntie yɛtin sound no yɛwie ya Pastor Wasafoma ɛyɛ ready ana ɛyɛ krado sɛ Awurade ɛmfa wo so ɛnkasa nkyerɛ
All to Jesus I surrender. All to him I freely give. I will ever love and trust him. In his presence, Dairy, I will live. Rianom me pese sadi we eye adia edaya kuma so na watwi nyina mu. Se bibi wo ho a ese count na watwi mu a ene atenka se ese ugya bibia mu ma no. Na last answer no ka se bi wa ha ye no ne me mpaebɔ na watwi nyina ye hya ase mpaebɔ a mebɔ asre onyankopɔn ene se we will feel the sacred frame. If he say yet sound konkronen ejanen ka, oh, the joy of full salvation and glory to his name. Inti, that is mempibo. Say yenwie na watchu we no, name po onyankopon konkrono yatinenka if he say ye jabi biama na the result of a basso eye enijie ne nkwagye enijie na ho yempaibo ene ya this ready nyina ne say glory to his name. Minim se onyankopon beka ye ho na afei na wotwe mu test ene nwumu a ye gyina so no sede ye kan ye no yetimi adoso ne yie na onyankopon enam so akasa kyerɛ. Sade ye hyase efiada no yesua obema otu kwan. Obema otu kwan. Yesu Kristo ka kyerɛ na suafo ne sɛ momma mekoma ntutu. Munyu onyankopɔn ni na menyim ni na trabea pii wɔ magya fie. Ante sanka manka nkyerɛ mo sɛ mekɔ na makosiesie baabi ama. Na sɛ mekɔ na mekosiesie baabi ma mu a meba na deɛ me hɔ no moso maba hɔ bi. There is a time gap. Onyankopɔn ɛwɔ soro a odi maye. Enche bia obeba. Enra yehunu one of the attributes or characteristics of Obema, the creator of the universe. Yehunu sedie na body esitie. If he says unim ura no a eduru baabi a se wo ye bibia ma na wo ye ni biara. Until we saw the uncountable, the unlimited power of the man, the owner. And we are no one more join yehunu ne words, the magnitude of his word. Yehunu na japadia wo or the amaye. Ene yekosua the giver. He has given all to you and me. Wachina yebesua according to his abilities. According to our abilities. Nafe a brother yebesua impo how to work. How to work. Na impo ukiada yebesua returning for a reward. Na fe yawada accountability. Ifiada we will talk about reward again. The happiness of reward. Na mnimeda yediawie the wicked and the lazy servant. The wicked and the lazy servant. Mempa bonima desre dene se impo yankwa wieye na watwe nyina mu no oh na onyankopon konkron na kasa kyerɛ and we will experience the joy of salvation and our response will be glory to his name. Yeno ena mepese yesua enti yemfa ye bible na afe yemie na yenkan na yekan a yabompaye na yahye osomnase. Enti Matthew 25 ene mekan every amplified bible mu na no ene nra me ne mo kan new international version na ne de me pese me ne mo kan no King James ene other bibles account ho asem de me pese ene ye kan front yemfa bible ba bia obi a na yemie nko Matthew 25 verse 14 to 15. For it is like a man who was about to take a journey, and he called his servants together and entrusted them with his possession. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, according to his own ability. And then he went on to the journey. Umaye mompaye. Kristo Yesu yɛda wase. Sɛ mpo na wama ho kwan, sɛ mpo yɛmetie wo ho nsɛm. Yɛmpaebɔ ne yɛade srɛde ne sɛ wo Kristo bie yɛadwene mu. Na wo nsɛm a ɛyɛ mpo revelation that inspire word no wabie yɛadwene mu ama yɛate aseɛ. Yehunam adwene firi yɛ mu na fa wo nkonkron adwene firi yɛ mu. Na wo nsɛm a ɛyɛ konkron no yɛtumi ate aseɛ yi. Wei ne yɛsrɛ wo ɛwɔ odine mu nti. Amen. God, the giver of all good gifts, he gave all. One of the popular texts in our Bible mu a obia enim enie. So Onyankopɔn do wiase. So ɔde ne ba ɔwɔ no korɔ no maa yɛn. Na obi a ɔgye n'adie no wanyera na wanya dankwa. God gave. Because Onyankopɔn dɔ yɛn nti no, ɔde ne honam nyinaa ɛmaa yɛn. Ɔde onyame ɛmaa yɛn. God himself was given to us for our salvation. Na woka Philip fo nwoma na etire mienu a waka asɛm bi wɔ hɔ. Na wɔsɛ momma adwena a ɛwɔ Yesu Kristo mu no menyɛ dɛn ɛntra mo mu bi. Wɔno ɛna ɔwɔ nyamesu. Na mpo wɔammu no sɛ ahonyade. Na mmom ɔpaa ne ho mpan ɛfa akoa tobea ɛto ne ho so. Na wɔba asase so maa yɛbɛhuru ne sɛ deɛ enipa, the love of God, God who gave. Onyame a ɔde ne ho ɛmaa yɛn. Into James 1:17. Say, every perfect gift comes from God. Every perfect gift comes from God. So we can trust that God gives us spiritual or natural gifts that comes from him because he is a giver. You cannot be a loving God without being a giving God. And I don't know, say be a Montreal, Canada, Toronto, any Ohio, any other things. Ghana de womu edi Valentine. Minim baby a free buy, you know, but a nyina edi Valentine Day. Now almost Valentine Day is a day of love. Now a day of love, is represented by giving. Enti se ene a giving day. Enti ebinom emma flowers. Ebinom emma different thing. Ghana they almost say flowers in the enti emma chocolate. Ghana made chocolate. It's a day of giving because love equates to give. Enti orano etu kwano out of love for his servants. Odo na odo nensuafo no nenkoanunti. The steward in his household, he gave. He gave. So he called them and he said, I'm traveling. I'm going away. Your salary, you are going to get it. Every month, be a demitria mokano, monsabeka, But in addition to what is yours, no, I'm going to give you a special talent. He gave 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 1, according to their abilities. He didn't tell them, say, and nam say, mutimi fie, mudidi wo mi fie, monum wo mi fie, moye me servant, no, enti me kokeke. I'm going, but I'm giving you my possession. You know, a idea in Modroye. Emra Uma me and over Pabe what was as so. There are some things that are giving, you get it. Whether so we you, so we know, so what Jesus Christ do, when you Jesus Christ knew you, the mere fact is said, you have been born on this planet Earth, no. There are some basic things, you get it, free. You get the air you breathe, you get the water you drink, you get the food you eat, you get daylight, you get the sunlight, you get the night, you get the time to write. It's a universal giving. Say, Nyankopon bo, now even so we disabled, you have some natural talents. Our Nyankopon edemawo just because you were born as an individual. Inti obuohwa or the gift of running. Obuohwa Nyankopon born no otimi kasa. Obuohwa Nyankopon born no onimade. Obuohwa Nyankopon born no onimnyomoto. Obuohwa Nyankopon born no onimasasa. There are so many things. The mere fact is that you have been born as an individual. You have been born on this planet Earth. No? You have a talent. Impo, obi anadwene kano krano. He has something. It's a giving. And that is the privilege of being created in the image of God. Emra yawo Nyankopon enwene wo una yemu. You have a given talent. Through education, through religion, through culture, through the environment you were born in, you can either polish it and use it for a living. But so beji Yesu Christo di. Now beji ni dream dia. Oh, you get extra gifts because you are waiting. Yeah, Sabbath school are now also making friends for Jesus. August 3rd, at the end, was God, the giver of all good gifts. God, the giver of all good gifts. In James 1, verse 17. He says, every good thing given and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shifting shadow. Every good gift, whether it's a spiritual gift or whether it's a natural gift, comes from above. You may choose not to use your gift to praise God. You may not even know God, but God has given you a perfect gift. But so be Christonia, there is an additional gift. First Corinthians 12:11. He says, but one and the same Spirit works all things, distributing to each one individually as he wills. Onyankopon no ehun konkron no enam Yesu Kristo so empo emma empo yenya yajinidre yenya yajinidre the co-heirs of his kingdom. He distributes gifts to us individually just as he will. Sadi papa no tu kwano na wo friend nkoa no may be 5, no may be 2, no may be 1, just as he wills. He distributes the gifts. Inti okan otua adisuano so na wo kwan Corinthians Corinthians 12:18. But now God has praised the members, each one of them in the body as he deserved. And me wo Dr. Niakola bi ewo me fie ha say Friday no na wo sua for the medical board. Inti another doctor bi by na oni no sua de. Na me wo me garden mu ye adwuma. Inti adesua na omu sua no na me tie. Na no omo kan ayi bi wo nipadua ma ya friend appendix. Na saade no wo mo se eso ensono no so. Na doctor ni ketewa no busa doctor ni panyin ne se na saade no pa no ni dwumadie ne se. Doctor ni panyin ne se up till this time scientists intimi enchre sa appendix no de eye. Nanso se bibi ekano symptoms eba enie enti no ne no sua symptoms no na metie na mesre na me say yakọ heaven a ebi bebu se Nyankopon se na sa de ketekete no a wo ye so ensono so no edien ena eye because enipa bebre enya yafunu yade a yakoyo mo surgery if he said sa de ketwa no ho ayeden aka in God's church, maybe you are the appendix. What to office also nymphaso. But when you are not there, you are a gift God has given to the body. And it has a very, very important functions we may not know. Your pastor may not see. Your elder will not see. The Sabbath school subtenant will not see. Nobody can see. But you are a gift that God has made to make the body of Christ complete. Every good gift comes from God. Ephesians 4:7-8. But to each one of us, grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gift. And we know, so what can was it? Ankrankre bia wuti ho bia adom or the adom amman ewo Yesu Kristo achede a ode ye de emma. But to each one of us wa wutie me ne baby a wo bia no say through the grace of God, God has given you a gift. Therefore, it says, when he ascends on high, when he went on a journey, he left a host of captives and he gave gifts to man. You see, any Matthew Diano, a copper emra or course, he gave gifts to the church, to man, to his stewards. Through the grace of God, you have been given a gift. Inti sawo kanya Romans obobo gift ni bebre dini wode amaye. But that is not what I'm very much concerned today. What I'm concerned today is say we recognize say the wutimi aye bia so we a doctor and a perfect doctor, because said Nyankopon boaw na wukosua de na uye good doctor Oh, nyankopon the gift of healing man. Na wutimi ye wonderful things. Emma nipa ho to wo. It's a gift. Say, impo uye teacher. A gift of teaching. Say impo uye naturally endowed teacher kranoa. Oh, so what the men nyankopon wa. Onam u teaching no so. Excellent for the joy of salvation. And it's a gift. So we are Juma or nursing home. The mere fact is say, Unyankopon man ho kwan, na wutu kwan, na wunye Juma, wuni agency bi ye Juma, no ma wo kwan say ye Juma e wo nursing home no, ye adom is a grace no Unyankopon de ayede ama wo. Se o prapra. Ubit ma prapra ahye Onyankopon do nya. So we treat tezi. Na tezi drivers nyina na de car koso a eba anasa we Uber driver. So what is show Onyankopon sa Onyankopon can use your Uber driving and now your tezi driving will lead people to the joy of salvation. Apart from that, no. That is maybe the natural gift of Onyamede Amawo. So we tonyo. So we preach it. Whatever we do, every good gift comes from above. Inti said Corinthians 4 kachire was say impo the gifts, but to each one of us grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gifts. Our dear Amawo. You have to understand. You know, I do a lot of work. Now I travel to so many countries. My work have taken me to 95 countries around the world. Now, every place I go, the first thing me busa mo say, Lord, what did you bring me to this country to do? Now, at times, ebo ho me konkrase. At times, ebo also me share mighty people. At times, me share ministers. At times, me share impo head of states. At times, so me kwa krase ko hia eko share ehia famesa impo di omu be di kura aye dinama wo. But there is one thing I always keep in mind. So no matter where I go, God has given me an opportunity to create opportunities for those who don't have. Enti se oye kwiania ye kire no se obe use fertilizer any improved seed said the no ba ne bekoso no say if through me say okwiani ni timi yes ade no I first say God has used me to take care of him. Hey. Anasa oye mami bia ne ma aye ma knowledge ne mpo wonim ekwanya obetimi aye exclusive breastfeeding and na obema ne ba no nutritious food. So I always say God has placed me in opportunity. God has placed me in a position to create opportunities for those who don't have opportunity. Into Obi, a friend John of the Philippines, or Churong maybe or say, the poor do not lack talents, or the poor do not lack wisdom. They lack opportunities. Into yenya onyankopon appreciate privileges we should create opportunities so that they can reflect the image of God. Into wherever you are, whatever occupation or vocation or preoccupation that you are doing, Remember, say, God has given it to you. And while waiting, very soon he's going to come back. And while waiting, you have to use it for the salvation of mankind. Inti yenumne chatuano or say, all to Jesus I surrender. The joy of salvation. Sabbath school Yesuano that quarter was making friends for Christ. It was a very, very interesting Sabbath school. Now, I wish it said the church will understand, read it and read it and read it. Because everywhere you are, any place you are, any situation you find yourself, any circumstances you are placed in, any position you are, you can use your gift to make friends for Jesus. You be say, so wuntimi nya Paul, na wuntimi entwa poa, you can just say, Yesu yede edo. Ti adisiano, man said, he gave his possession to his servants. God gave first. So he knows how to give. And nam se ono ne ma kaneno. Impo okoso emma every day and every time. And wachina yebesua how he gave. Today, I just want us to understand, say, he gives. God is a giver of every perfect and every good gifts. No matter what you are doing, no matter where you are, whether you learn or you didn't learn, whether you were groomed, Obi can say, because geniuses are not born. They are products of hard work. Obi enu ha ye wo no na wo bo violin and now wo bo piano. Somebody started, but through practice, the person become an accomplished pianist. So nobody was born a genius. They are products of hard work. Inti gift bia onyankopon de ama obia. Onyame e de ama said you can use it for salvation of mankind. There is no little gift ehun here. Ehun here anka emfri so. It's a grace onyankopon de ayede amawo. Inti sawo kan impo 2 Corinthians verse 8 waka assembly wo ho ayemede yie na mra na Paul etro beriafo ekwan ya momfa so emma ade no waka assembly wo ho ayemede yie emie enko 2 Corinthians verse 8 na dia okano ho no se dia Paul ekano ho no eya na eyemede na da bia mekan a mani gi ho yie wo se ye kan free verse 1. And now, brothers and sisters, we want you to know about the grace that God has given the Macedonia churches. Me pesa muhunu adomo a onyankopon ede ama churches a ewo Macedonia or Macedonia. In the midst of a very severe trial, their overflowing joy and their extreme poverty were up in rich generosity. Oh, what? For I testify that they gave as much as they were able, and even beyond their abilities. What say? God gave according to our abilities. But Paul, the church in Macedonia, they were given beyond their abilities. But Paul said, the gift of giving is a grace. It's a grace. And Okan was say, they urgently pleaded with us for the privilege of sharing in this service to the Lord, and they exceeded our expectation. Now, the Wakana has say, they gave themselves first of all to the Lord, and then by the will of God also to us. All to Jesus they surrounded. All to Jesus they gave. So he says that they gave themselves first to the Lord. For you to be able to use your gift to praise God, for you to be able to use your gift to serve mankind or humankind, you have to first of all give it to the Lord. Now, he says, but since you excel in everything, in faith, in speech, in knowledge, in complete earnestness, and in love we have kindled in you, see that you also excel in the grace of giving. You know, Onyankopon enedi kamai. And God gives to his servants. Every perfect gift comes from the Lord. You know, I say ne one for bibian kofia. The empesa would coffee and say, whatever skill, whatever knowledge, whatever talent, whatever endowment that you have, understand, say, every good thing, every perfect gift is from above and coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shifting shadow. Said the TBR, impo the gift we a leader, we a peninu wa jumam, we a kola wa jumam. Wherever you are, either is cultivated, or you were born with, or you learned, no matter the skills that you have, adum eno Onyankopon de amawo. He called his servants and he gave them his possession. One, he gave 5. One, he gave 2. And one, he gave 1, according to their abilities. Onyankopon amma ye nyina achede. Onyankopon ede aduma chede amma empo enwiase ene empo nasafo. And the purpose, and they say we can use it, or we will use it to glorify his name. You know, a idea here. And when we work on it, it will help us. If you want to give, your gift will be accepted. If he said, Onyankopon ene de achedie nyina yede emma. De me pese ene eto yetirimu ne se, mumma yemfa ye talent, ye nimdie, ye education, impo wisdom, or se mumu bikure hiya nyansa, Yemusam free ho onyankopon a ode ma de liberal ode mama ne ye de ebro so. Enti se ye young guy ewo church mu na bia onyankopon ma nim de na wunya straight A's. You are getting the straight A's because God has a purpose for you. Bia wo skill bi enipa nyina free say wo skill different. God gave you those skills because he has a purpose for you. So what talent be? Now we use that talent, no? God has a purpose for you. So when you nimdie bi, nebia wo transe, nebia wasama obeka anade obeka no, entiase demu pefe. A gift onyame de amawo for a purpose. Every good gift comes from the Father of light. Just bad gifts. Say ebia onsa uni tutubotomotoa. That is not a good gift. But every good gift comes from the Lord. And I hope, say, we will recognize it. Nti ye fire Bible no Matthew 25 no. De wakano emodro ye na ese pese yesi sudua. Matthew 25 verse 15. Matthew chapter 25 verse 15. De wakano hono ena me pese yedisie. Or say verse 15 or say, one, he gave 5 talents. The other, he gave 2. The other, he gave 1, according to their abilities. Now, wachina yebesua ehun. Impo, what is abilities? What is abilities? But ene the person who now got that dream home said, what are the gifts that God has given to you? What gift has God given to you? There is no giftless Christian, or there is no giftless human being. Obia onyankopon abawa asasi so. God has endowed you with a special talent. Oh, na sawodo hu bedo onyankopon asafo no a. Na wasiesi on sa wo twen Yesu Kristo maye na toso mienu no a. You cannot be a giftless or a talentless Christian in God's church. Maybe you haven't identified it. You should pray. So nyankopon beboa na watimen hunu achede esunkwa ode amawo. Enne me pese ye no na eye ye mpaibo. There are so many people one church ni mu a. They always ask, so for me nim me talent a nyankopon de amame. And now so for talent and your media mameno, I don't know how to use it. And now already minim empokwanya memfaso amenye den minyusu no. We are going to pray tonight. So nyankopon adumuntim. Wa wutie mi biya. You identified. You may have 5 talents. You may have 2. You may have 1. The challenge, and it's a recognize it. Because without recognize it, no, you may not be able to know how to use it. Tie bebompaye. So Nyankopɔn bɛdom yɛn. Na talent a ɔde ama yɛn no yɛhu. Baabi a obi asutrase. Emra yɛbɔ mpaye. Kristo Yesu yɛda wase. Yeyu a yɛkamfo din. Sɛ mpo mmerɛ a wokɔ na wofrɛ yɛn sɛ yɛmmɛdi w'akyi no, woamfrɛ yɛn kɛkɛ. Wofrɛ yɛn ɛkyɛ w'agyapadeɛ ɛmaa yɛn. Ankorankora biara Kristo wode wo talent ama yɛn. Yɛda wase sɛ wo yɛ mu yɛ na mpo wodɔ yɛn mmorosoɔ. Yɛda wase sɛ mpo wode saa agyapadeɛ nte sɛ ahyɛ yɛn nsa. Yɛda wase sɛ mpo wowɔ soro na ade pa biara ehia yɛn no wo Awurade wo ma ne mpare yɛn. Yɛn mpaebɔ ne yɛde srɛde ne sɛ eduru baabi a na Kristo yɛnhunu deɛ wode ama yɛn. Eduru baabi a na yɛnhunu deɛ wopɛ sɛ yɛyɛ. Yɛn mpaebɔ ne yɛde srɛde ne sɛ ɛnnɛ sɛdeɛ wafrɛ yɛ biara no boa yɛn na yɛnhunu. Ma wo Kronkron no nka yɛn ho. Na mpo sɛ yɛhunu a yɛtuma de ayɛ adwuma ama ma yɛtɔ so mmienu no. Wei ne yɛn mpaebɔ, wei ne yɛde srɛde wɔ Yesu Kristo din mu nti. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Pastor Awurade enhyira wo. Bize ene oma Awurade asɛm akasa kyerɛ. Etiefo mo a mo Facebook, ne mo a mo Zoom, ene YouTube. Miye sɛ ayɛ enhyira. Sɛ de meka no ka kyerɛ wunua bi, ka kyerɛ adamfo bi, share poster no sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a enhyira yɛ nyinaa yɛn sɛ bɛka. As a matter of fact, ɔsɔfo ɛkasa efiri Ghana na ɛyɛ anadwo da suom ɛwɔ hɔ. Megyiri sɛ afɔdeɛ a wabɔ na ɔkyerɛkyerɛ yɛn no yɛn nso so da bi a ɛbɛyi dɔnhwere baako asi hɔnom na yɛaba na yɛaba abɛnya nkyerɛkyerɛ ɛwɔ Awurade. Ɔsɔfo Awurade enhyira wo. Ɔntoa so na ɔma nimdeɛ a wo nso so wode ɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ yɛn. Moma mɔwerɛ ɛmfi sɛ nɔpa yi yɛfiri anɔpasɔre ase ya ɔsɔfo kusi yɛbo a ɛna nawɔtwe nyina ɔde yɛfa Elijah adesua no. Ɔkyena yɛho a ɛma ho kwan a anɔpa no nsia pɛpɛɛpɛ Columbus time bi a wo biara no moma yɛmmra sɛ enhyira ɛwɔ mpaebom ɛsen ɛna na yɛmagye Awurade hɔ enhyira. Bi a wo biara no moma yɛmmɔ mpaeɛ na afei yɛmfa yɛsom no ɛmmra wieyɛ. Fei ɔno asafo Yehowa no until n'anim ɛnkyerɛw. Wɔma adesuadeɛ a ɔnam yɛsɔfoɔ so de ama yɛn enya baabi ntena wɔ yakoma mu. Wɔma yɛntumi ɛnwene ho na nsɛm no anyɛ ɛdɛ kɛkɛ. Nemo yɛnkasa Awurade ma yɛn ahoɔden a yɛde nsɛm yi ɛbɛyɛ adwuma. Ɔno asafo Yehowa no until n'anim nkyerɛw. Ɔma ɛnsi wo ne wo fie nyinaa yie. Amen. Yesu din mu nti. Amen.
Amen.
For Radin Sham, Yamiboa, or Tanapa, Nunsia, and you may also also for me out, Bishiano, so, and he said it be a canon, Mespa.